Major drug dealer.
Real hillbilly type shit.
Bring me my cocker, I'm gonna cut your arm off.
But it's the same old tune. Fiddling guitar.
Back in town, baby, yeah! Please, just go and ruin somebody else's home furnishing.
Rhinestone Susan.
Not new in town, I'm making friends, all right? A lot of friends. I mean, things could get really messy.
Just keep him away from me and the children.
Nice new tits, by the way. What is wrong with you? Abandonment issues. I see a shrink once a week. Shot him, Eagle. Boy, massage. No, I really don't. Want me to come back to go again?
Got it, Bobby.
Trevor Philips, a dual personality between violence and vulnerability. Why the most despicable and unpredictable man in GTA 5 is also simultaneously the most honest and sincere character within the GTA 5 universe. Now, Trevor, as we all know, is one of the protagonists in the highest grossing piece of media, which we know as GTA 5. He's one of 3 protagonists that you get to play as. And while he's often viewed as the comedic relief, he's oddly enough probably the most complex of the 3 characters between him, Michael, and Franklin. Now, Trevor is often considered one of the most memorable characters in the game, but for all the wrong reasons, because he's described as impulsive, violent, and unpredictable, but also having moments of compassion and empathy that we wouldn't anticipate from such an erratic character. Now, the character was played by Canadian actor Stephen Ogg, who brought a lot of depth and complexity to Trevor Phillips' performance, and it'll probably remain one of the most memorable characters we've ever had in video gaming history, even if Stephen Ogg himself, I was about to call him Trevor Ogg, Stephen Ogg himself doesn't seem to enjoy constantly being pigeonholed as Trevor, as we saw from the drama that happened with the cameos when he was doing the Trevor impressions, and he wasn't too fond of constantly being asked to do them. When we see some other voice actors, they kind of love these characters, but I guess certain voice actors don't really, understand the gaming world, so they'll kind of like it, they'll do it, they'll take the check, but they won't like hold it dear to their heart the way we see maybe like Roger Clark being so attached to Arthur Morgan and that kind of thing. But yeah, let's continue. Trevor Phillips, the name alone brings back memories not only of vicious brutality, but also unbridled chaos. But quite surprisingly, of a much softer and compassionate man on the inside. Now, the GTA franchise has created many colorful characters, but perhaps no other character has captivated the player's mind more than Trevor. Trevor is meant to scare you. Even at his most lighthearted, he is the big bad wolf. The first scene in which we are introduced to Trevor is where he brutally murders Johnny, the protagonist from GTA 4, the Lost and Damned expansion. That incident is swiftly followed by a rage-filled assault on every enemy Trevor has in Sandy Shores. Now, those sequence of events is possibly one of the greatest introductions to a character that we've ever had.
Oh, hey, there you are.
What's cracking?
So, we all good?
Hell yeah, we all good. We did it.
Yeah, you fucking ain't right, we did. So, here's the shot. Lester's offloading the gems. He knows a guy. Get us 50 cents on the dollar. Hell, we might actually have a little spending money left after we pay off that psychotic Mexican motherfucker. Whew, cheers.
So that's that, right?
I hope so.
The whole job. Everything about it. Anyone who knows your file, what is wrong with you?
Davey! Long time no see.
And what about Trevor? If that fruitcake realizes, finds out you're alive, you are D-O-N-E fucked.
Don't worry about Trevor. Trevor's dead. It's gotta be. Besides, I didn't have nothing to do with it. Whatever the hell it is you're talking about.
Nothing. Really?
The criminals are believed to escape with millions of dollars worth of gems,
Oh.
precious stones, and engagement rings. Albert Story had a lucky escape when the thieves ran straight into him.
Yeah, I was just doing my job, and I say to this guy, hey, you gotta move these bikes.
I don't know anything about that.
And this other guy runs out of the shop, pushes me over and says something like, you forget thousands of things every day. You'll make sure this is one of them. That was pretty scary.
Back to you in the studio.
You want to get lit now, sugar? Trevor, baby, you wanna smoke up now?
Don't do it, Johnny. Don't do it.
Trevor! You been with my girl again? I'm speaking with you, asshole!
Don't do it, Johnny. I told him, Trevor. I told him.
We all get high! We all get high! But that don't make it right!
Johnny! Leave it!
The crystal has got us, babe, but it don't make it right. Don't make nothing right. Not what you done with me.
I'm telling Johnny, leave it.
I ain't leaving nothing. Trevor! I'm talking to you, motherfucker!
Are you? What are you saying?
Fucking my girl, man. It's wrong.
Well, I gotta fuck someone. You want me to fuck you instead? Is that the problem here? Take off your pants, cowboy, all right? Let's fuck.
You think this is funny?
Get them off!
I told him to leave it, Trevor. I told him. Leave it. Leave it.
Shut up, Ron. I'm about to fuck me a meth head, ain't I, cowboy? Get my boy sucked from his toothless gums, huh?
Fuck you, Trevor.
Oh.
I still love her.
All right, cowboy. Hey, I know. Hey, come on.
I don't mean nothing by it, man.
I know.
I'm messed up.
I know, cowboy. It's okay, man. Give me a hug, yeah. Fucking shit! Cut! Who the fuck are you speaking to? Who? I'm talking to you, huh? You fuck!
Johnny!
Huh? Next time, don't get in my fucking face! I just saw a fucking ghost and I gotta hear your crap! Get up! Get up! Fuck you then!
Johnny!
Wait.
Fuck!
From the moment we take control of Trevor, we are thrust into the shoes of an absolute lunatic. Trevor makes no excuses for his violence, and the complete lack of pretense surrounding his violence, it's kind of endearing to an extent. Because again, the GTA franchise has always had violent characters, but they've all had a purpose and justified violence as a means to an end. Meanwhile, according to Trevor, he has accepted the fact that his path in life is to be the violent, chaotic one. The violent, chaotic, murdering psychopath. That makes him more honest with himself than any other GTA character. Because every other GTA protagonist always tries to justify violence as a means to an end. Trevor just kind of accepts it. He's like, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. I don't have some sort of moral higher purpose. You know, like Franklin, I'm saying Franklin, like when Michael's justifying doing work for the FIB and everything because he's trying to, take care of his family and everything. Trevor's just like, nah, this is me. I am the asshole and I don't need to justify, all the bullshit that I'm doing. Now, for me, GTA is simply one of the most expansive virtual playgrounds for any player, as it allows them to live out their violent fantasies without causing harm in the real world. Simultaneously, GTA has always received much backlash and criticism from the media regarding its content, and no amount of, artistic liberty justifies the level of violence within the game. That's what the media would say, but, the media is gonna be the media. They're far more violent games than GTA. But because the GTA games are so close to reality, so close to home, I think the media takes it far more personal than if someone is playing something like, Doom Eternal. Now again, the major theory regarding Trevor's presence in GTA is that Rockstar created a character that was representative of the player's game personalities. It's often suggested that Trevor went through some pretty serious childhood trauma, as evidenced by the cutscene during the Mrs. Phillips missions. And there are a lot of instances that suggest that Trevor has a softer side, even showing compassion for Michael by fixing up, lunch for the latter because he had not eaten. Never mind what he actually cooked up for him to eat. That's a whole other discussion. But yeah, Trevor often wants to hide the Canadian oranges inside of him, and he quickly dismisses any indication towards his country of origin. Perhaps Trevor doesn't identify with his country. Maybe it's a conflict with his own identity. But ultimately, Trevor Phillips is a lot of things. But he's not a hypocrite. Or is he? Because again, after the infamous torture sequence, Trevor takes the prisoner to the airport instead of shooting him, like he was told to do by Steve Haynes. He explains along the way to Mr. K that he must be vocal about the injustices he faced in Los Santos, and that his struggle is important. This seems almost hypocritical, as Trevor was the one torturing him, And now he's explaining why torture is unethical and needless. This might paint Trevor as a hypocrite as well, much like the rest of the characters. But if we read further into Trevor's characters, we'll know that the information that was extracted through torture was not important for Trevor. That information was important for everyone else, for Michael, for the FIB, for Franklin. Now, with Trevor, I don't think there's ever been a more polarizing character in gaming in terms of what people read into his characteristics or what people feel for him. Because again, majority of people just see him as, the comedic relief, crazy psychopath clown. But he has a depth to him that's, whether or not intentional from Rockstar, is actually pretty nice to see, because it's something that, a lot of a lot of players may not notice in the storytelling. Because again, depending on who you ask, he's either a lovable psychopath or he's the most dislikable video game character. So again, love him or hate him, this controversial virtual scumbag has already had many things written about him, since GTA 5's release. And I'm sure there'll be many more after. And again, the reason why I'm just doing this video is again to add my little 2 cents. I think there are two very distinct sides to Trevor Phillips. I think on one hand, he's an unhinged, spiteful bastard. On the other hand, he's a man with a strange sense of morality. A man with a layer of depth.
Place you got here.
That's not obviously apparent at
huh?
first.
Cheap and fucking easy. But this here is my place, and my work paid for my place.
All right, relax. I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah, well, don't be, all right? Because the world doesn't need any more sarcasm. It's the blight of the age.
Yeah, I get the point.
You don't get the point. You're like every other asshole. You made a bit of money, and you became a turd.
Got news for you. I was always a turd.
No! You weren't, man. You were something. But now, man, you're like this place. You're a shell.
Go fuck yourself. Are you some kind of pure morally justifiable asshole? What, because you're totally psychotic, somehow it's okay?
I'm honest, all right? You're the hypocrite.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking hero, so far above it all.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm not above ripping open your fucking chest to see what's replaced your heart.
Rip it open! See what's there, baby, because I'm ready.
Hello? Oh, ladies, what's up?
Fuck off!
Listen. I'm sorry, but we've got a problem. Government funding thing. We need you to, investigate a research lab upstate.
It's about terrorism, the big one, nerve gas, biological terror.
Thank God I don't pay tax.
Listen, you'll need some fairly standard gear. Boat, tandem rotor heavy lift helicopter, truck, weapons. You'll have to source all of that. Chopper alone will set you back a couple of mil.
Oh, no worries there. Trevor here, he just came into a lot of money.
Is that sarcasm?
Oh, you're fucking right at sarcasm. You fuck. A few weeks ago, I was happily retired, sulking by my swimming pool. My psychotic best friend shows up out of nowhere to torture me over mistakes I made, honest mistakes I made over a decade ago. We, our little posse, are flat fucking broke. But hey, let's go out and spend $2 million on a tandem rotor fucking chopper so I can go steal nerve gas from fucking terrorists. Forgive me, you ignorant fuck. But sarcasm is all I fucking got. Sarcasm! And a room full of you cunts!
Yes! Woo! Welcome back, man. It is the old you.
Yeah. Well, we gotta go. It's been great, but Dave here's got a Pilates class. Now remember, ladies, you keep us way out of this thing. Bye-bye.
Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I'll give Lester a fucking call. He said he knew about something.
Now you tell him that we're driving towards Paleto Bay.
You sort of feel a sense that he genuinely mourned Michael's apparent death. Not only from his reflective timeout on the way to Los Santos, where he yells as such at the Los Santos skyline, but in more subtle ways throughout, such as the R.I.P. Michael tattoo that he has. He's clearly hurt by the lies surrounding Michael's resurrection, but despite this, at times, he's deeply protective of Michael's family. Not in a weird stalker way, but protective in a caring way. The way he pushes Michael into protecting his daughter's dignity, or the way he tells Jimmy via email post that he wouldn't take him drinking as he's too young. But again, he does both of these things with his heart in the right place. But neither are what you'd really expect from the violent psychopath that we first came to meet. Because for some reason, he takes his Uncle Judy's very seriously, even if it's not wholly appreciated by Michael's asshole kids. But again, in all these moments, he's slightly heartwarming, in a weird kind of way. Still, as everyone knows from nearly every other action he takes in the games, he's clearly not a nice guy. It's far from it. In fact, he's wretched, and while he's almost everything else that people have said about him so far: nasty, deranged, spiteful, dangerous, offensive, pick the words you want. Out of everyone in the game, to me, he's still the one with his head most screwed on. Because that's simply because he's the only one who recognizes what he is. Like I said in the beginning of this video, he doesn't try to pretend to be something else. Trevor's just Trevor. He kind of accepts it. And there's sort of like, there's something endearing about, someone who doesn't try to hide their nastiness. They're not, they're not trying to gaslight you. They're not trying to hide everything from you. They're just, they're just who they are. So again, it's true. Trevor's take on the world is confronting and hard to stomach at times, because he's so unpredictable. Even as the player controlling him, moving him around this world, you feel like you have no idea what the fuck he's gonna do next. Even those moments when you wake up and he's in a police chase in a cutscene, or he's fucking high off somewhere on Mount Chiliad. We don't know what he's capable of, or even what his limit is. And that's something that the video game managed to portray very well. But again, yet when you compare Trevor to the other inhabitants of Los Santos, not just his partners in crime, Michael and Franklin, but also the city's ugly, superficial population trying desperately to fit in, Trevor's simple ability to accept what he is somehow makes him the most honest character in a game. And a game about dishonest people. In spite of all the horrific things this despicable man made me do, things that I did on my own as well, playing as Trevor, despite the way his sense of morality changed on the flick of a dime, if that's the saying for it, on a whim, if you will. It was his sense of accountability and self-awareness that, for me, makes Trevor one of the most fascinating characters in the GTA franchise, in my eyes. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video, an ode to our boy Trevor Philips. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay dangerous, stay blessed, and peace out, my good people.
What the fuck, Trevor?
This is the fuck, my soggy friend. You are out of business. The Lost MC are out of business. The guns and crank in this area go through Trevor Philips Enterprise, or they ain't going.
Saying something don't make it true. I'll go away, man, but my people...
This is happening.
I always let you operate. I didn't have to. He's looking at me. We was always cool. I think he gets it. The shot callers ain't gonna be happy. Think about it.
I think he gets the message. Let's go.
We can go now, right?
I don't know what these naysayers are talking about. Look at me. I'm cranked on speed most of the time, but I'm productivity personified.
You sure achieved a lot today.
It was time to put my affairs in order.
You going somewhere?
Soon as I find that Spectre on the TV, Michael Townley.
He's your buddy you said got shot, right? You guys used to run together.
Yeah, that's him. My best pal.
I thought he was dead.
You're catching on fast. Yeah, the fucking ghost I've been talking about.
He's alive?
He's walking, and he's talking. He's sticking up joints, so I guess, yeah, that makes him alive, don't it?
And how you know it's him?
It's his M.O., and it's the same corny shit he was spewing 10 years back.
This could be a trap, Trevor. What if someone wants you to think he's alive?
I was fooled when I thought he was dead. I ain't fooled now.
Wait up!
I ain't fooled now. Michael Townley lives and breathes. He's in Los Santos, and he's got some explaining to do.
They could be trying to draw you out into the open.
That's a conspiracy theory too far, even for you, Ronald.
Really? Well, anyway, it seems like a shame for you to be going, just as TP Industries is finding its feet.
I'll do what I can to put the business on its path before I depart.
The company needs you, boss.
You'll do fine in my absence. Get out of the car, Ron. I need time to think. Run! Screw it.
Right there.
Shit.
Imagine having to put down your own brother.
Oh my god.
Oh. Died last time. Come on, let's go. Woo. Let's go. It's those father-son moments again. Oh, but now Freya's here as well.
That if you just build great games, everything would turn around.
And then the great games point is the one that I wanted to argue against heavily, because what is the point of your console if it's not for games? Like, what is the point of having a console if you're just gonna do Game Pass and cloud gaming? Like,